and I see a car going this way. I wonder if he's going to take the world's longest dirt road to get into town there. It's like, all right, honey, I'm going on a 75-hour drive. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to City Skylines. Jumping in here, doing some building today. I've actually was in this game a couple nights ago. I was kind of just messing around with stuff, fixing some roads and some curvatures. I can only remember legitimately one thing that I fixed, even though I fixed a lot. I'm going to be honest. I want to fix this in due time just because that's a very sharp turn, but all of this road used to be a lot more jagged, and I fixed that. That's kind of just what I did all around in the area, just to kind of give it some love and TLC. But today, I feel like it would be a good time for us to finish this, maybe towards the end of the episode. I only need a few more buildings and we can kind of get all this going, and hopefully it'll work out good. Someone suggested to make sure I pause the game, even though it's not paused, until this is ready to go, so that way it doesn't affect the areas. I'm sure it'll bring it back, so in the end of the day, keeping the game going so that way we can kind of see everything expand and all that stuff and just get better is always the best way to go. So we're going to just jump right into this episode and kind of see what stuff we can work on. Before we do that, though, we should look and see what has been upgraded in due time. Well, this is day 2 of our adventure in City Skylines. Now, yesterday I did a 48-minute episode. I got in here. As you can see, I've redone the Institute and all that stuff, and we're actually doing really well, honestly. All that was taken care of yesterday. Realized I didn't have any hard drive space, so about 8 minutes into the recording, it shit itself and stopped recording. And we're pretty much back here. It's unfortunate because we did a lot of stuff that I would have liked to have shared. Will I be able to remember exactly what we did? Absolutely not in any way, shape, or form. But the biggest thing that we tackled yesterday was the college. The university. I'm glad it's done with. We also fixed some issue with the traffic. It's not as bad as it was. As you can see, this is just hitting kind of like a square block area. I've pushed the... Oh, God, that's on fire. They got it, though. I've pushed the entrance and exit farther down to allow for less of a congestion point right here. And I'd say it's doing fairly well. This used to be everything's on fire here. This isn't good. I'm going to probably utilize this. Let's move this over. I'm going to utilize this corner as a fire department really quick. We're going to do a firehouse, though, fire station, which is going to be a little bit bigger. Hopefully that'll help keep all that under control. I would say as time goes on, this will be better. Someone tried to say that I should be deleting these. These actually delete on themselves and regrow as time goes on. I would assume everything does it not? Because I've never touched these after the fact, and these are super healthy. But then again, those have a direct area of people that live there. Unlike other spots that we've kind of done this, it's not really the greatest spot. So I've turned this off too. Clearly you can see our water level going back down. I'm going to turn it back on, which is going to start pushing water. This has been pretty amplified over here as well too. You can see we have a lot of stuff going. What else did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I fucking went crazy over here. So I had laid some paths before the episode started and wanted to put housing. We did that, and unfortunately I lost that. So this is a new rural area of living. We have a bridge that we've kind of put here. It's a dead point right now, and the only reason why it's like that is because I don't want to go forth with building just yet in this area. This is going to be a fun area to build, but we've got so much more stuff to do before we actually get to that point. Yes, another area that we actually built was this small little neighborhood up here. I see something to do with... What are they sick with, though? The ground is polluted, and it's making citizens feel nauseous. Make sure their health care... Okay, so I think this could be fixed by healthcare. I don't see what would be polluting. This was an area where I had a landfill prior. That landfill has been moved to right here for right this second. So that could be the reason as to why they're feeling sick. Multiple people here. So the soil could be the issue of this. So to fix this, we're going to add in a healthcare area. I would do it right there, but it looks like that's going to be blocked. I'm going to make it nice and the larger one, like an actual hospital. That way I can get to more people without them dying. We're going to need to make sure that we add services in here as well, too. Kind of like a fire department and all that stuff. Let's look and see. We have one right there, yeah. That's a fire station, so this will be one of the bigger ones. Police department, always a good idea to add police department in there as well, too. That covers a decent area. As you can see, most of this is not being hit on the lower side. So for the safety of the area, I would say we add this in right there. That'll at least cover that bottom portion. And we have this major neighborhood in here, which is kind of not getting shit at all. I'm going to probably take a corner house off, replace it with the police station. That way everyone can be safe inside there as well, too. How's our 69,000? So our debt has went up tremendously due to the influx of stuff we've done to our college here. I'm sorry. How did it go from I'm sorry? Everyone's leaving. Where are you going? That doesn't make any sense. I've literally done everything I could for this guy. I swear to God, I'm about to just not have an institute and just fill it in with another area that I could put houses. Because at this point, I don't know. Maybe suggestions I could take from you guys. I'll wait to do anything more until we look at this again. I look at suggestions that you guys give and all that stuff. I'm going to keep going with this area right here. We need to do some pipes really quick while we're already here. I might as well just take care of this while I'm already working on it. There we go. Good enough, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Cool. So I want to get some neighborhoods going. I think I'm going to use the same basic layout that we've kind of already taken on this other side and just kind of mesh it together. So we'll have some pretty major roads going through this neighborhood here, which will kind of just make it so that way if someone wants to really get through, I don't know what I heard get placed back down, but I didn't do it. We need some electricity for this as well, too. Let's just get that in right there. We have some roads that we can fill in the middle. I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but I think the best way might just bring a road in like so, as far as we can in both ways. I don't want to have a ton of intersection points, so it's just better not to do anything too crazy. I feel like I could back that the fuck up a little, but it's okay. We'll make do. Okay, got the next one added next to it. Looks a little different. It looks, you know, not like you would expect a neighborhood to generally look, per se. But we're going to just make do with it. I'm trying to make sure that we have as much of this area taken care of as possible. Let's just see what we could do here. I've got to see at what point. Just do something like that. I don't know what I'm doing here, but that's... Let's get rid of that. I'm going to continue this one back over to the road. It's going to be... Man, it's going to want to fucking move it like that. I don't like that. I can make it like that, though. And then this one I should be able to fit in here. It would be nice if I could have the same look as the top one, kind of where it slants in on itself. And then I could just kind of carry that out. This one, we can make an intersection right there. This, we could just kind of connect there. There's no intersection next to this, really, so that's good. Some odd entry points right here, but what we could do... I wonder if I can get these to just line up a little bit better. There we go, that looks better. Hey, it's something. It's something. But with all that done, I might as well fill some of this in there. So that way we can get our population going. We've been doing so much other stuff that we haven't really been building any neighborhoods. So this is good that we're doing this. This is going to be a ton of housing that's getting planted down. I'm going to keep those exterior roads for businesses and stuff like that, since that's something we also really have to focus on that we've kind of not been adding down, is like businesses and stuff. So I say we go ahead and add us some businesses. It's probably going to have a little bit of issues with populating the jobs, at least to start. I would like some high density businesses as well, too. We've kind of been lackluster when it comes to adding those. I've tried my best to add them, of course, but the area in which that we're having for them isn't just the best. We got some here. This is definitely some high density shit going on over here. So I'm going to fill in some of this spots with the high density retail shops. And let's see if they eat those up. We can get some stuff in there. We need some factories. Well, I'd say we need factories, but then again, we've done that and it hasn't really worked out too well. This whole area, well, then again, almost every business over here was pretty much suffering, and it looks like it's doing a lot better, at least this time around. What is our storage? 97. Wow, all of our storage is practically full. What I think would be a really good idea for not only this up here, but the petrol oil area, is making another neighborhood. And this is what I talked about in yesterday's video, but unfortunately we did not get that saved. So I'm going to make a neighborhood here. We've got some pretty intense hills, which I might amplify just a little, so that way we can distinguish the the area in which they have for their farmland and kind of really get some stuff squared away for just normal living. So I'm going to bring most of this down here. And I don't want to go too crazy because then it's going to cause issues with the water that's right there. But they should have some pretty nice stuff. So let's back this hill up. I want a hill, but I just don't want it to be too crazy. Let's make sure we're not getting too far down here. Let's check our height here. Little weak right there. Let's smooth out what we got. I think this should be able to work fairly well. I'm going to get a nice dense neighborhood set up right on the opposite side of the sawmill area. And this will help with just kind of, this feels like golfing land, does it not? That'll just kind of help populate the businesses and stuff that we're going to be making. And if it's already squared away and good to go, then we don't have to worry. So how can we do this? I'm thinking like something like this. I'm going to use the railroad track as like a guidance point. But that would probably be our best bet here. We've got just this end bit. It's going to be shitty. Oh, you know, it'd be a good time. I want to do the same thing here, which I did over here on this little island. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get most of this stuff cleaned up here. There we go. It's cleanup time. Get rid of all this shit. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. I don't know what any of that shit is, and it's probably useless, to be truthfully honest. What is it? It's like an old castle tower. Yeah, I would say that's a landmark, but no. We got to clear this shit for people who want to live here. Everything's relatively smooth over here, so I say we do the same dirt road thing that we've been doing prior, which is a 2-lane gravel road, and we'll kind of work a way to get into this little neighborhood. From here, we have one here, but I say instead of using this as any type of living, we use this as a way to kind of circle it back around, or at least that's what I'm thinking here, kind of like from this point. So let's get a curved road set up. You're going to see we're going to get a nice... It's not an invalid shape, actually. That's rather accurate. I'm not going to lie here. But that one's okay. You got me fucked up. All right, so a little wompy right here. We can get that fixed in due time. We got it also. I just need to raise the soil up. This one isn't as bad as this one over here, where they're like in a roller coaster that they're a part of. But that'll be perfect. Now we can just have that gravel road kind of just extend that way, which I could have flattened this out, but I think for a rural aspect, that's as good as it gets right there. I would like... As I say, I would like one of those bridges if possible, just because it looks a little more, I don't know, middle of fucking nowhere. Oh, I can get rid of the rock. Nice. Okay, well, at first I wasn't sure if I'd get rid of that rock because it would not let me delete it. But it looks like I was able to get rid of it that way. So we want to start curving our little neighborhood that we're going to make up here. And again, we want to have it as dense as possible. So let's... That's a good start for at least right this second. Do I want to do dirt roads for the rest of the neighborhood? I doubt it, because we have a lot of... Well, I guess we could keep a characteristic of a dirt road unless they live in the inland part of the city like what we did over here. Because, like, this is, like, rural, so you want to have that, like, rural feel with the dirt roads. The traffic doesn't look too bad either. Again, they're kind of living in their own little world. They have their own shops that they can go to. They have their own health care. At least I think they do. I put that there, right? I done fucked up, Johnny. Shit. I might have to add some stuff in here then, because these people... What about fire station and stuff then? Okay, I did add a fire station. I have police stations. So the one thing that they're going to need is healthcare fairly badly here. So I guess I could just take the time to do it really quick. I'm going to make a road that extends, and that will just be the road for healthcare. I say we just go off like right here. That way we don't take anything down. Let's make it the straight road. Cool. So one way in, one way out. Again, we want to kind of keep it as rural looking as possible. If we add a whole bunch of cement roads, that's not going to be the case. So this isn't going to cover too much of the area here. We have actually some areas that do not have any healthcare at all. So we might have to stick a normal little hospital in here, where we have some stores. Oh, that's going to suck. Maybe I could put it in the thing here. I'm going to put it here. The house is right up on the holy driveway. Yeah, have fun parking there. Honestly, it'll work, though. So I've determined we are going to keep with the dirt road. I'm going to try to get our neighborhood as close to this railroad track as possible. I don't think, well, it does have a train that goes through, but I don't think it's going to be too catastrophic. Let's not do anything too crazy here. That looks really, really good. It's going to be right up against that. I say not too close. That way we don't have any house squares that are kind of taken from it. Did we? Some locations it's going to be a little too close, but they can figure out a way to build. Oh shit, that's not a dirt road. What am I doing? What the fuck? Hold on. We need to, I would say upgrade, but this is more of a downgrade at this point. That'll actually, that might give me that room back. No, it didn't give me jack shit. Never mind. I take it all back. Cool, so that way we can keep going. We're gonna make our point. I should probably stop doing square now. We did our square, or actually that was a light curve. So let's not get too close to this mill that we have here too, because some of it might be stuff that we have to stay away audibly wise, because it might be noise pollution. So that actually looks big. That's a huge neighborhood that we could work with here, because again, this is all going to be kind of like dirt roads, which is going to be kind of cool. Trying to get a nice little curve like that in there. That's what I'm talking about. And then from here, we pretty much can just have fun with the design on what we can do. I would say the more greenish we have in there, the more better it'll look, because again, we are in the middle of nowhere. So if we have that look of like rural living, there's an interesting design aspect that I'm taking here. From here, I'm going to branch out. I'm just going to motherfucker. Motherfucker. It's not occupied though. What you talking about, Willis? What the fuck happened? My roadway broke itself. Okay, let's try to reconnect this if possible. All right, we're good there. Let's not do anything too stupid, I guess, because that... There we go. That broke the system for a second, dude. It's an interesting little design I got going on here. I guess it could be worse. I'm going to connect all these roads. And I would like a connection point right here as well, too. So far, so good, and we're going to make this its own little nice, kind of, because it's right by the water, so we might as well. What are we going to do with our small area here? I guess we can have a street that immediately just starts curving out. I say we take up all of this if possible. And we're going to come out from here as well, too. I like to go with the flow of what we got going on with the Earth, I guess you could say. The map itself. Oh, this is interesting. We've got like a 5-point star here, which I feel like is actually rather dangerous in the end of the day. Let's see. How do we do? It's, oh yeah, that's right. It's a dirt road, so it's a fucking free-for-all. That'll work, honestly, I think, though, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get this area piped up. That way they have all the stuff that they would need in this general area to survive and thrive. We got to be careful we're not having an issue with the water just getting built up in there as well. It's a fucking neighborhood and a half we just built, dude. Okay, there we go. Let's fill that out. That out. A little bit left. This is going to be so good for the sawmill here. I feel like this is why it's stuck at 3 stars too, is because it just doesn't have enough people that are living in this area to suffice for it being able to actually do any better. So we are going to have it do better today. We have a ton of area that we can still build with, and that's what we're going to plan on doing here. I want to fill this out really bad. We've got to get electricity to it though. So we're going to just stick along the edge of the map here. Just bring these all the way into... I'm going to do that right there. That should be good. That should start it off. So let's get our stuff here. I'm going to make some houses like right here, which will kick off the electricity grid for this area. And we'll get some going down here. I got to get power to this. I'd say the best thing for us to do is just bring it down a little bit like this. We'll bring it right over to there. And then we'll start a neighborhood like right here. So one thing that we do have to do is it would be cool to have a back road that leads to this area. So let's do the straight road here. We're going to need to connect it to right there. And we're going to bring just the world's longest dirt road all the way down our map. Let's just see how it looks. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. It just goes right to the fucking area, dude. I love it. Yeah, we can get creative here. We got a dirt road and we might as well fucking use it. So we can go to, this is the jail over here that we have on our own little island. But from here we can bring this dirt road across there. It's going to be one hell of a fucking trek that people have to do to get into the mainland. But then again, if you live in the middle of nowhere, that's what you have to do. You can't do that with the dirt road. That's right. Son of a bitch. So we're going to have to turn it from a dirt road to like a paved road here soon. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to upgrade this to just a regular road. Let's upgrade. I guess once we get into the town, though, like near the jail, we really don't need it to be a dirt road because at that point, yeah, we're going to have it go from a dirt road to a paved road when you kind of get to the jail here. I got to make sure that this is still connected. Okay, there we go. We got the power lines connected, the road built. We're going to need to upgrade this road right here. Well, bam. Thank you, ma'am. So is that technically a dirt road still? Oh, it technically would be. Yeah, we don't want that look anyways. We want it to look like a normal bridge instead of like one that you would find in the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay, that is the longest dirt road that we've ever built in this game, and it runs right down the side of our fucking thing. But man, that's kind of cool. If only we were to like excavate the hill a little so it was a little more flat, I think that would look cool. We could do that in due time, though. We're definitely getting places. I love it. How's our neighborhood up here? How's the electrical grid? Electrical grid's looking strong. That means we could fill out some more housing while we're up here. Kind of get this place going. I don't want to fill it out all just yet. This one's looking good down here too, so we're going to kind of keep this going. Now we've got some area that we can fill in as time goes on. I would like to do this in all areas, so that way as we're building around the new stuff that we're putting in, even though there's really not much new stuff to put in, we would just kind of have to edit the old stuff. We could at least have housing going in, so that way it helps amplify things. Like this farmland, this housing is going to be really good. I feel like if we were to kind of get some of these dirt roads connected, possibly, it would help kind of bridge the gap between where the fuck people have to enter and exit and shit. So we have a lot of entry and exit points here. I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm going to build another neighborhood right next to the farm. We're going to try to just get this as populated as possible up here. That farmland takes up a pretty decent amount of space, but I still think we can make do with what we got here. It's actually nice because we don't have many intersections crossing here. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do something like this. Actually, what should we do here? I mean, shit, I don't know what I did there, but it's really not that bad. Then I can connect this so that way the people that fucking live in whatever the hell I just designed there can actually exit their neighborhood. So this is a new area as well, too. I should probably be modest here. Okay. Oof. Let's make sure the power grid connects logistically. I also have to make sure we pipe all this up. Everything's looking good here, though. I haven't seen any star increase on our farmland, which is a little bit unfortunate. I guess there's not much we can do on that. We're just going to have to let it progress over time, and it will take some time to get there. Okay, good stuff. So that's going good. Everything's looking really fucking solid. It's sad that we're starting to... Wait, we have people dying here, but no way to pick them up. Multiple people are dying, actually. So what can we do here? We got some flattish land here. I'm thinking we can easily just build a road that kind of just goes out. That's not the type of road I want. I want dirt road. So let's upgrade that. There we go. And we're just going to make a little area here which kind of wraps around, which will exit onto the main street. But this will house the medical examiner and just kind of like all that, not the medical examiner, but the place where they would take bodies, which would be crematorium. So they could have a, will that do justice for them? We're going to need more of these though. That's the sad part. I guess I could put them all over. They're very small, so it's not like it's going to take up a lot of room at the end of the day. I'm going to get rid of that house there. That way they're good. Okay, well, that should be good there. They have another access point to this main road, so it's not just one road that they have to kind of centralize to. That actually was a good idea. I didn't even think about that prior, so I'm glad we were able to do that. Oh my God. I just realized we have one way in, one way out, and it's the longest road possible. So we definitely want to get it connected to this field, at least to some extent. Obviously, if people are going to go, why are you going to be upset that a road was just built? It was a fucking dirt road out of everything. People aren't going to be going into the lumber or the sawmill area, but at least we can fucking have some other roads into just normal amounts of life here. They have one fucking road to get into there. Oh my God, it's so backed up over here now, dude. That's because they're using the dirt road. Okay, we have to think of an alternate solution, and we've got to do it now. You know what we should have done is we should have had an industry road there. Absolutely. Okay, we're going to have another point of entry and exit right there. We're going to have to do some amplifications to these roads. I like the dirt road. It makes it look good. But we also have to understand certain areas have to have like an actual road here, or else it's going to be really bad. Can we update? No. I've upgraded some of the roads that are leading out of this area, and it looks like they're actually attempting to use the new roads too, which is nice. I'm going to just go with a little more upgrades here. I could upgrade some of those roads as well too, but I think keeping that feel of dirt onto cement would look really good, especially in this area, without it just being too industrial. I thought that this roundabout would do better too. I thought it wasn't supposed to stop traffic. I guess I was horribly wrong. Oh God, look, Jesus. Well, that's now fixed, and this is now fucked. So I guess that's a plus. Look at this, traffic is going to get so backed up. With as many trucks as leaving here, I've got to think of a solution. Oh, this isn't good. Where does this go? Where is the main amount of trucks going? They're going on this road, which is going into a fucking neighborhood. Not even into, like, the industrial center. I mean, most are. But there's nothing even down here really for them. I mean, the freeway on-ramp, yeah, but nothing else. Now that we have more entry and exit points in, I'm going to do a little more zoning in this area here. Make sure everything's nice and healthy. If we need to in due time, we can turn it into a regular street, but I would like to stick with dirt all up in these areas. Let's do a little more here as well, too. Oh, I see a car driving. And I see a car going this way. I wonder if he's going to take the world's longest dirt road to get into town there. It's like, all right, honey, I'm going on a 75-hour drive. Is that a police car? No, it's not. It's an old-ass car. Speaking of police car, we need to get some emergency services over here. So I'm going to utilize these two squares for pretty much that exact thing. We're going to have a hospital here. Shit. Of course, the other side's not going to be good. Guess I could put one there too. And we're gonna do that's a fire station. This is important to kind of have in the middle of it all. That way they can survive to the next day. We'll do one here, and then we'll do one here. So we are gonna have an area of just that gets fucked, and it's like right along here. If I were to put another thing there, they would be 100% solid, but that would be a lot of stuff going on. Okay, that's good. We've got to extend our stuff right there. Perfect. Oh yeah, this is good. So they're gonna get electricity. This guy should have electricity from that. I feel like I just want to fill all this out since I'm here. We might as well. That area has been filled out. They're populating it nice. We're at 94,535 population, going up very steadily there with all the just shit that we're building. I would say for this, it would benefit it pretty well if we actually did more building in this area. Get this neighborhood going. And after that, I mean, I would say that we did a solid amount of work today. I really wish I would have had yesterday's ventures added in with this. I have a little bit of it saved, unfortunately. Most of it didn't get saved, though. So I can add in at least some of the stuff that I did. But if you guys have any suggestions for stuff that we can do to anything that we're building or kind of open area that we have left, definitely let me know, because I'm open for suggestions and thinking about what we can do. I'd say that we've made some phenomenal progress over the time that we've been playing this game and all the episodes for the series. Definitely some really solid stuff. And there's only one catastrophic thing that's happened where we've wiped out half the city. So I would count our blessings. It's drinking water. How is their drinking water fucked here? Oh, that's because they have one thing. Yeah, that'll do it. Instantly fixed it. Literally instantly fixed it. If you ever are wondering how to fix polluted drinking water, that's pretty much it right there. They're not fixing instantly, but we can probably get that taken care of pretty simply here. Last thing that we're going to do before we wrap this up is, oh my God, no wonder no one's taking that road, dude. It doesn't go anywhere. Just stops. That makes total sense now. We're going to need to make a underground road. And we should be able to do it like this. We're going to pop that sucker back up. Go right out to the shit. Let's go back one here. Go back underneath. Can you go back, please? No, you're not going to be able to go back, huh? Okay, that should be good enough for at least right this second. Let's copy this back over. Okay, we're going to need to back it up a little bit more, sadly. I've been able to make the tunnel. It's going to be a little weird, and we'll have to figure it out, but we're right near our Elmland here. It's not letting me do what I want to do, unfortunately. I guess I could go this way with it. Yeah, we go this way. That way it's normal looking. And we don't have it shit out near an intersection. Man, imagine the truck that these people would have to go through to get into town. That's crazy, dude. I want to see someone take the road so bad. So fucking bad. That'll be a cold day in hell, though, before I'm going to have to just continuously check it. I would say that was a pretty good amount of work today. Yesterday was fucking hilarious. I looked at the port thing down here and saw that we had one, like, harbor for passenger ships. And there was about 80 fucking passenger ships. All of these guys. Full to the brim of people trying to get into the area here. So I added more so that way that wasn't a congestion shit show. It was so bad at, like, look at this area right here. It was so bad. There was cars everywhere. I wish I would have had it recorded because it was fucking hilarious. It was just so bad. There was people everywhere. There was cars, like, out here. I was like, what the fuck is the game doing right now? So I built this thing where it goes in and out and down and up. Don't ask why. Oh, yeah, I went down so I could clear that. That's why I did that. But that's going to be a good point where we wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. I check out all the comments, so definitely let me know if there's anything cool that comes about in your mind, and we can definitely make it happen. So, nonetheless, that is going to be where we wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching in this episode of City Skylines, and we will see you next video.